Keir Starmer's latest PR stunt has been shamed by the opposition and essentially has backfired in his face as the investigation accelerates. In today's video, we will be discussing what Starmer has said and why it has all backfired. Not only that, but we will also discuss all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Yesterday, Keir Starmer has been accused of performing a PR stunt as the Prime Minister made a surprise announcement that he has paid back £6,000 worth of gifts and hospitality, including Taylor Swift tickets and rented clothing for his wife, received since he became Prime Minister. Whilst this may seem good on the surface, it in actual fact leaves a lot of unanswered questions, and it also shows guilt that in fact Starmer knew what he was doing was wrong. The Conservative Party is on the case and have issued this statement. Day after day, more and more comes out about the scandal at the top of Keir Starmer's government. This scandal has become a complete distraction from the job of governing. It appears Starmer will only be transparent when his back's against the wall. This announcement today poses more questions than it answers. Why did Starmer take these freebies in the first place? Why haven't Angela Rayner and other senior party members not paid back donations? Whilst I don't personally support the Conservative Party, they do have a point, and this stunt has left a lot of unanswered questions. If Starmer feels it is right to pay them back, why have the rest not? I mean, it was only yesterday when it emerged that Rayner took an £836 trip to Ibiza. Starmer is obviously feeling guilty, and I don't think that just repaying £6,000 of £100,000 is going to quite wash it with the British public. What are your thoughts on all of this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, Labour deserve praise for one plan they have made since coming to power, Nigel Farage has said on his show. The Reform UK leader was discussing the government's decision to free criminals from prisons in a bid to free up space. It emerged yesterday that dozens of criminals have allegedly reoffended and been returned to jail. Nigel hit out at the government's approach to prisons during their short time in power so far, but admitted they have handled one issue appropriately in his eyes. "One thing I will praise this government for," he said. "They have said they will decriminalise those who don't pay the BBC licence fee. Many women have gone to prison over the last couple of decades for non-payment of the BBC licence fee. While Labour are yet to officially unveil plans to decriminalise non-payment of the licence fee, it was reported in the Sunday Times that ministers will consider ending protections. Lisa Nandy, the Culture Secretary, and Shabana Mahmood, the Justice Secretary, are both said to be in favour of the proposal. It comes amid fears the £170 a year tax is disproportionately affecting women. A senior government source told the Sunday Times the administrative burden of policing non-payment of the licence fee should not be falling on the taxpayer. It should be carved out. It's not worth the hassle it creates. Official figures show that 1,000 people are currently being prosecuted every week for non-payment, of which 70% are women. Some are ending up in prison, further contributing to the overflow which Starmer is seeking to tackle. He went about doing so in September by freeing 1,700 prisoners, sparking scenes of jubilation outside jails across the country, but many have since reoffended and find themselves back behind bars. Nigel hit out at the early release, saying it was done so to free up space for people making Facebook posts. 447 inmates were released from Scottish prisons in 4 tranches over the course of this summer, he said. And guess what? 57 have reoffended, been reconvicted, and are back behind bars. And all of this for people saying nasty things on Facebook. This is terrible. In other news, a fraudster who scooped thousands in benefits handouts still managed to get a job processing universal credit claims. Chido Vincent, 57, worked for the Department for Work and Pensions, DWP, last year, despite being imprisoned in 2014 for 18 months for overstaying his visa and using a forged letter to claim benefits. Now, he has been dismissed from his role at the DWP in Leeds for reasons understood to be unrelated to his conviction. When asked how he was able to get a job despite his conviction, he said he did not have to disclose his conviction as it was longer than 5 years ago. Vincent told The Sun, During the recruitment process, I was asked everything and I answered honestly. They asked for my passport, right-to-work documents. I gave them everything. They said they needed to do a DBS. I gave them all the information and it came back fine, so I got the job. He added, I did nothing wrong. I did what was asked of me. I was really shocked and surprised. On the DBS it says that if it's more than 5 years, there's no need to declare a conviction. What happened to me was 10 years ago, so it was considered spent. I presumed there was no issue with me working. Now I have to start from scratch again, and it's disappointing. A DWP spokesperson said, "We do not comment on the detail of individual staffing matters." It comes after a benefits fraudster, who claims she was too ill to wash herself, has been ordered to cough up over £10,000 of taxpayer cash after being caught pole dancing. Angela Elizabeth Clare, 45, had raked in £28,000 in benefits for her health issues, which apparently rendered her unable to perform simple tasks by herself. However, the 45-year-old had been posting videos of herself pole dancing, including clips of her doing the splits and hanging upside down, on social media in order to advertise her classes. She was sentenced to 18 weeks imprisonment, suspended for 12 months, as well as a 10-day rehabilitation activity requirement. At a Proceeds of Crime Act hearing at Cardiff Crown Court on Thursday, the court heard Clare had benefited from £27,412 in taxpayer cash, but held assets worth £13,176, which she has been told to pay within 3 months. Elsewhere, a benefits cheat has confessed to failing to tell the Department for Work and Pensions he was earning thousands of pounds he was ineligible for. Stuart Gray, 49, who lives in Onshan on the Isle of Man, had been on income support, but neglected to tell the DWP about a side gig as a musician, a court heard. Between May 8th and September 2nd, 2023, Gray did not declare that he had undertaken any paid work. As a result, he was overpaid £1,908 by the DWP, a sum for which he was not eligible, the Isle of Man Courts of Justice heard. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.